Yo, what's up guys? XKB. I'm back. You can call me Dylan. And I just want to make a video to reflect on this amazing journey I've had playing Gen 4 OU, the greatest tier in the world. Don't get it twisted. Best tier. And oh man, it's been fun, man. My first year, I made it a goal. I wanted to get to the top 500, and I got to number 19. It was my peak. 1581 ELO. So I just kind of wanted to share my experience with some of y'all, and give you some tips as well to reach 1500. I also wanted just to reflect because I loved Diamond, Platinum, and Pearl as a kid. I mean, it's just my favorite generation of all time. Gen 3 was pretty fire too, but yeah, I had like 300 hours in my Diamond version. I would just play non-stop. I had like every legendary, shiny, like everything shiny, and I got into the Wi-Fi battles, and I'd battle my friends as well. And bro, like I was deep into it. Like I was actually like really good, even though I wasn't really like playing against anyone really. Like for a kid, man, I was like so tactical, so strategic about everything. Like I was shocked, man, because I was looking back at my old Pearl version and I had like 2 different Breelooms, one with Stone Edge, one with Seed Bomb and Focus Punch, and I had a Fortress with like Toxic Spikes. Like, bro, like that's just crazy to me, man. I was just like an 8-year-old kid or 9-year-old kid, just like a beast. And I knew I was good, but I never really got to test my skills because I never really got into the whole scene, and I kind of knew of it because I checked out some YouTubers like MTG, Xerxes, and Killer Nacho, Maryland, of course, classics. And just like a year ago, I was remembering this all, and so because I played through Omega Ruby, which was super fun. But anyway, so I remember all these guys, so I looked them up, and then I discovered Showdown. I think it was through Xerxes' channel, and you can bet I got right on that, but I was a bit late on that one. I was very early on Diamond. But yeah, man, I mean, once I found Showdown, I didn't even know about Gen 4U. I was just playing Gen 8 anything goes for a while. But then once I found OU, man. Oh, by the way, this replay was my first battle. Yep. I'm pretty sure the last was a Weavile. And yeah, I made it a goal for myself. Hey, I wanted to reach the top 500. I wanted to get to 1500 ELO, right? And so I just kept playing and playing. And for me, it was never really that hard. I mean, it was hard to get there. It took me like 9 months, 8 months, 7 months, somewhere around there. But I think what I mean when I say it wasn't that hard was that I loved playing Gen 4 competitive like so much that it didn't matter when I was getting frozen and losing a game, getting crit, losing 3 or 4 close games in a row from like misreading or misplaying, or just, you know, purely out of luck. It didn't matter to me because I had such a fun experience playing the game itself. And I think that's really the key. If you want to reach high elo, you can't really care about you can't really care about reaching it too much, if that makes sense. You have to just kind of do everything for the love of the game. That's really it, as cheesy as that might sound. I mean, I was very inspired once I found out about BKC, AIM. I would watch their videos all the time when I got home from school, and I'd be kind of studying, okay, what are these guys doing? How did they get so good? How do they play? And I think that's a big aspect of getting good too, is being able to admit hey, there's a lot of stuff I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I can improve on and work on. Having kind of that learning mindset is key. And yeah, just don't give up, keep playing. It took me 2K games to get on the ladder, and now I have 4 accounts on the top 500 for Gen 4 OU. I'm pretty burnt out now. That's why I'm making this vid, just to kind of reflect on everything. And I think overall one of the most positive things about this experience I've had on Showdown isn't really reaching the high elo or whatever, playing in tournaments. I mean, that's really cool, but I think the people really stood out to me. Just some of the most genuine people I think I've talked to for real. Yeah, it's just a really good community, and that's kind of rare nowadays in gaming. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of toxic weirdos, just like any other game, but there's just that kind of, it's just people who like Pokemon. It's that simple. It's just very real. So yeah, definitely talk to people too. If you're team building, you're having struggles, send your team to the BKC Discord or the TPP Discord. Ask for input, because that's always helpful. Another thing I think is key to reach 1500 is to build your own teams. So I started out and I would just kind of use other people's teams. I just didn't feel like making teams. I felt like it was too much of a hassle. And when I did make teams, it wasn't really making a team, just slot in stuff. But I think making your own team and making a good team that's your own, it's going to put you in a major advantage, because people won't know the team, number one. Number two, you can add stuff that's unpredictable, and that can give you a huge advantage. I think unpredictability is super good on the ladder. So yeah, see this, we're even about to put in work. Yeah, that's how I got to nearly 1600, was that I used a Choice Scarf Breloom and 5 other sweepers. I used Suicune, Dragonite, Metagross, Tyranitar, and Jirachi. And I mean, Tyranitar was Choice Scarf too, man. It was broken. People just did not expect that fast hitting offense. I mean, was the team good? No, the team was not good. So these are some of my earlier replays, by the way. Here's Drain Pack, by the way. This guy is awesome. I've had some of the best games against him. Shout out to Drain Pack, man. It's a homie. But yeah, back to what I was saying. It wasn't a good team at all, but I was able to make it work because I was able to abuse what a lot of people use on the ladder, which is Azelf lead, and then I don't know, just like an offensive team, like your basic offensive team with like a Tyranitar that's like Pasha Berry and all that stuff. Like I was just pretty much able to overwhelm people with pure offense, and that's kind of my style too. If you notice in all these replays, I'm using offensive teams. I can play stall as well, and I've experimented with different stall teams, and I'd say I'm like pretty good with the stall teams that I know how to use. I just don't enjoy it as much. I think offense is a lot easier as well to ladder with to like top 500 because it depends on the person. But for me, if I'm playing so many turns, I'm getting worn out. Whereas, if I'm playing like a 50 turn game with a stall team, I'm gonna get really tired. Like, if I keep laddering and play like 4 games in a row, that's 200 turns, bro. That's a lot of time. Whereas if I'm using an offensive team, I can win the game in like 20 turns, so I can win like 10 games, Compared to a stall, I'd win like 4, so it's opportunity cost. This is a team that is really bad, but I got 1 game off of hitting the top 500 with, which is kind of crazy. Like, I think even back then I could have hit it if I was just using like a team I built. But also, you definitely need to know what you're doing. That's key. Know how the different mechanics work, different abilities Pokemon have. The number one way, though, to reach top 500 is this. Okay, be unpredictable, right? But know what your opponent wants to do. Did I lose this one? Oh, oops, I meant to put in one that I lost. Or I mean I won. It's been a long day. But yeah. So back to what I was saying. Know what your opponent wants to do and then try to capitalize off of that. When you set up, do not be greedy. I've lost plenty of games where I've just been too greedy. Okay, I won this one. Never mind. GG's to Drain Pack. Alright. Another one with Drain Pack. Shout out to the GOAT. A big reason why I like playing against Drain Pack was that I felt like he was a really good player who was, tough to play against. We'd trade a lot of games back and forth. I also have a replay where it's crazy. I mean, it's versus Drain Pack, and I'm using a stall team. I forget what team he was using, but there's like he needed a crit to win, and he got the crit, but I could possibly crit him to get the win, and I got the crit. It was just like something else, man. There's definitely a special kind of like rivalry, if you want to call it that, between us. We're just kind of like there's kind of mutual respect. I don't really know how to put it. It's just like, yeah. Another player who I played against a lot when I was early on into Showdown was Malekith. I'm pretty sure, because that was a long time ago. A year is a long time, man. But yeah. Oh, this is the game, yeah. I included it. So, here comes Suicune. Boom. Calm Mind. I roar him out. Wrote it. Let's see what happens next. Dun dun dun. But yeah, man. It's like they say, like, enjoy the process and just learn. Learn from your mistakes. And then you'll get to a point where you're just so good at predicting and everything's flowing. And you're just like, you string together so many wins. But then, even after that, you're going to have times where you lose. It happens, bro. At least that's for me. Like, as good as I got or as high as I got on the ladder, there's still games you're going to lose no matter what. Like, you can't always win, especially in Pokemon. So here comes Spadef Scar. Putting in that work. So yeah, Brave Bird, get the chip, you know. Crit Plume. What about the Latias? Oh yeah, it's dead. So yeah, I need to get a crit here. So yeah. Oh, okay, so the Draco missed, but then I crit the Lava Plume to kill his Suicune. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, here's a battle between me and Togequest, the Paraspam abuser. Yeah. I've played against him a number of times. Had close games where I won, close games where he won. Had games where he destroyed me, games where I destroyed him. Thought I'd include a replay, just for fun. I'm gonna change the music. Let's go back a little bit. Oh, he's just recovering. Okay. So yeah, this is my alt account Playboy Jimmy. As you can see, I'm rocking the Whitney avatar. Shout out to Pokeaim. You know, Pokeaim and BKC, man, those guys really... I think their videos, watching it in depth, studying, saying, okay, this is how they think, this is how they play the game. What can I do to be like that? And to like also just put my own style on that as well. Just really helped. Aaron Yeager popping in, keep moving forward. My boy Aaron Yeager. Bang. Pretty sure in this game I type at the end, hey advice, use Thunder Wave less. Just kind of a boring way to play, man. But yeah, I think I've covered like how to reach the high ladder. Just play a lot, get good game knowledge, watch some YouTubers, like talk to people who are very experienced in the tier or even just in other tiers. You know, my friend Sean, I really got a lot of good advice from him, and he doesn't even play Gen 4U, he's Gen 5 OU legend. But still, he was able to like teach me a lot. Yeah, it's not easy to reach high ladder. It's tough. I mean, you gotta win a lot of games, man. And it gets to a point where you're losing so many points. It's rough. Just have to have a good mentality. Have to have a love for the game. That's really what carried me through. I just love playing DPP. Here comes the Custap Machamp. I sack Griffith. I don't remember there being a Celebi on this team. What the? This team looks hella fun, man. I want to play with this team. Advice: use Thunderwave less. Classic. Alright. Yeah, this is when I was using my good old Breloom Scarf team. I'm just wrecking. This guy Mendes though, he's a really good player. You know, I played him a lot early on in the year, and I was losing a lot to him. Like, I don't think I ever beat him. But recently, 2-0. Unfortunate, we both miss. Yeah, this is a mixed night. Mixed night is amazing. I highly recommend mixed night. Really just kind of tears through shit. Like, look at that. Bang. That damage. But yeah. Also a big thing if you're looking to get to the high ladder, just be aware you can't always use your favorite Pokemon, bro. You can't be using like Umbreon and Dusknoir. You know, you can, but it's gonna be a lot harder. And the thing with me though was all of my favorite Pokemon are like pretty high up in the tier, so I was chilling. But yeah, I understand that can be tough for some people, is that they want to play the game their way, but they still want to get high up. But I mean, we're playing overuse, so we go, we put that to sleep, get in Suicune. Yep. Get the Wake. I think he's staying in so he can boom. I'm surprised he did not go Starmie. Just Thunderbolt. It's back to the switch, I guess. Well, I guess I would invite Breloom in. Yeah, GG's. Yep. Another thing is just like keep at it. Just keep playing every single day, bro. Just play as much as you can. Try as many different teams as you want. Like, don't limit yourself. If you're like winning with a team though, like stick with that team. Keep playing with that team. So you figured something out. Also, I really recommend like learning how to play Rain, learning how to play against Rain, learning how to play Trick Room and against Trick Room, because that's gonna help you out a lot. I remember back when I was just first starting out, I had no idea what to do versus Rain teams, and I'd just get stomped. Same with Trick Room, Bronzongs. Like the Rain, you want to have a Tyranitar or some kind of weather changer, or even just like a lot of hazards. So yeah, this is kind of a stall team that I'm using. For Trick Room, like, it's good to have some switch-ins to Bronzong, to Gyro Ball, and Earthquake. You're not going to encounter it much, but it's just good to know. I gotta go soon. I wonder what I had to go do. This was summer. I was probably like going to Lake Tahoe or something. Chadward. Ooh, a big way to climb is use Jirachi too. Just abuse the shit out of Jirachi. Jirachi's so broken, bro. It's unfair. It's unfair, man. I don't understand how this mon is allowed, bro. But at the same time, I understand. It's like a necessary check in the tier. You know, Jirachi fits in well. It's not like Salamence who's just dominating. It's like overly powerful. Too many good stabs. Too much flexibility. Yeah, typically I never use Wish Tech Jirachi. So good though. Oh man. Oh man, I love Swordsdance Luke. Goated mon. So lucky. That's what's gonna happen when you play Jirachi, by the way. People are gonna be like, RNG abuser, you're so lucky. Fuck. And I don't blame them at all, because I feel the exact same way. The exact same way when it happens to me. I'm not so much like mad at them, I'm just like, this Pokemon is so busted, bro. Yeah, I get frozen here. But luckily it's Clefable. And luckily I unfreeze. Boom. Good stuff. A lot of these games I'm like pretty low elo, but I'm knocking down people on the highlighter. That's a common thing I noticed too, is like sometimes your points really don't matter. Like I feel like any kind of player could reach the high ladder if they put in enough time, if they learn the tier, if they have enough skill. Because on the ladder there can sometimes be some really like newbie teams and you can just kind of like bulldoze through them. Other times though, it might be hard. I mean, it can be some pretty good players. Yeah. Oh shoot! I thought I was using my Breloom team versus this guy. Guess it's a different replay. And like, just be creative, man. Just have fun. Experiment with different teams. That's what I did. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try a rain team with Infernape and Scissor. Did it go well? Hell no. Did I learn a lot? And then did I make a banger ass team that brought me to like just crush people with no stealth rocks needed because Choice Scarf Breloom just owns? Yeah. Yep. I mean, it does own, but there were other games where, and a lot of the games when I use it now, where I feel like, yeah, this ain't that fair. This isn't very good. I prefer this team now, but you know, that's kind of that's how I see team building, is like you're always growing, you're always moving forward, you're always coming up with new ideas. It's really nice. There's just so many different possibilities. Like the current team that I really like the most right now is like Double Rocks with Swampert and Jirachi lead with Thunder, Fire Punch, Iron Head, Infernape, Flygon, European Conqueror. Yo, I should name my Flygon Vigon. Oh, Vigon! I think I'm best DPP player because I am Vigon. I conquered all of Europe. But yeah. I also have... Who's on that team? Look at that. Bullet Punch Lucario. I never use that, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck? What team is this? I typically use like Crunch or Ice Punch. Should probably start using Bullet Punch, but whatever. Gengar putting in that work. By the way, this account Playboy Jimmy, I got to I think like 27. Maybe no, it was. I think it might have been a little higher than that on the ladder. Yeah, and I was using the same team as on my main. There's just a while where I couldn't lose with that team, man. I just had so much confidence. This versus Crystal. Smogan Premier League player. Yeah, I played against Crystal like really early on, and I remember getting destroyed, like obliterated by like a Protect Breloom, and I was like, what the heck? Who uses Protect on Breloom? That's crazy. And you know, that kind of showed me like, oh wow, I really do have a long ways to go. And you know, I kind of accepted, hey, this isn't 2009 anymore. Where people are using Dusknoir and Electivire. Like I gotta grind. I gotta get better. But it wasn't like a work type thing. You know, for me, it was always fun. I was always having fun, even when I was losing like 7 games in a row. I was like, you know, I was pissed, but I was always like, next game tomorrow. You know, so. And that was just kind of natural for me. So I think that's kind of how I was able to really get all these like accounts on the high ladder. I'm not too sure if I have Explode or Agility on this set. No, this is a Stealth Rock one, so it does have Explode. Yeah, I actually stole the Gyarados Crystal and put it on this team. I subbed out the Gyarados though for Troscarf Jirachi. Just because I needed coverage on Gira and Tyranitar as well. I like this team that Crystal's using though. I think I'll build like my own version of it. Nice. Probably not for a while though, because I am quite tired from playing so many games, dude. Like, I've played countless DPP games. This is actually an edit of the team that I used to get so high on the ladder with Choice-Scarf Breloom. I actually changed Metagross. I took some suggestions from Fidgety and Crystal, or mainly Crystal. Yeah, Fidgety told me to put in Swampert instead of Suicune, but I like Suicune, so I stuck with Suicune. Swampert's still good though. So yeah, that was a good trade that I did with Breloom. take out the Gengar. And now we take out the Flygon. Poop. Celiocho. This is versus Oipon, who's a very chill guy. He's like #1 on the ladder for the longest time. When you know, since I've been playing. I'm not sure about like when I first joined, but just in the past months he's been up there, #1. Just because back then I didn't really check. I didn't like care too much. My plan is to take a long break after just finish out this tournament that I'm in, the DPP Global. And, you know, just take a break from ladder because I pretty much put my like blood, sweat, and tears into it, even though I was just chilling, having fun. Still takes a lot out of you, bro. But yeah, real Oipon. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for me, guys. Thank you for watching. Yeah, this is the team that I used to climb to the ladder, or climb to the 1500s for the first time, by Jimmy Turtwig. Shout out to that man. Got your Magnet Zapdos. Got Heatran, you got Latias, you got Suicune, you got Flygon, Choice Scar Flygon. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you. Hope you have a good day. And yeah, feel free to comment any questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Yeah. Take care.